Man, that's crazy. But going back to like that razor blades or whatever, they found out that most of the time it was family members that were doing that to their kids.
Oh, so they would scare them.
No, it was like it's like usually like it was like an aunt or an uncle
Uh
that
huh.
would put the fucking razor blades inside the candy.
Oh, to say, hey, you can't eat that candy. It might have
No,
a
to hurt the
no.
kid.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they did like a study or like years ago came out that it's most likely your family member to like kind of try to hurt you than a complete stranger, and it makes sense, right? Because
Oh.
Best podcast in Long Beach, California. This is Tacos and Workouts.
what it is, podcast. Yo, what it is, with the best podcast in Long Beach, California.
That's right. Long Beach.
With me always is.
Me, Gracie Armijo. We're out here at the beach. Can you hear the sounds of the waves?
That's right. And if you haven't guessed it by now, this is our.
Second Halloween episode.
That's right, our Hollywood.
Halloweeny.
Halloween episode. That's right. What better way to celebrate than with the foggy, gloomy day, right?
Yeah, but it's so nice and smooth. I mean, the waves and the sound. It's just like so smoothing.
I like the sounds definitely of the crashing waves.
Yeah, that's like really nice. And it's coming up high. Look at this.
Yeah, it almost got us.
We're gonna be wet. Wet comedians, wet podcasters, whatever you want to call us.
What do you have lined up for this Halloween?
This Halloween, I just give out candy. Yeah, I just give out airheads. I have to go find them because they're hard to find now. Because now they have them like in little bite sizes, and because I usually give like the regular size candies, not the little teeny like 2 inches. I give the 4 inches.
What's better, 2 inches or 4 inches?
I would say the kids love the 4 inches. They love it.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
do.
gosh,
Yeah, they do.
airheads,
The more
airheads.
sugar, the better. That's the way they like. You know what? I used to like. They used to give me the tiny little Snicker bars, and I'd be like, "Give me the big ones, right?"
Yeah, 'cause that's what you want. You want the big ones. But I usually find them like 92 in a box. And so I usually get 2 boxes. And then I'll buy a spare of something that I like. Because just in case, I don't run out. I get to eat those candies.
Do you like to scare the kids?
No, I think one time I did dress up like kind of a witchy. But no, I don't. I just like, oh, how cute. I sit outside I have like a little porch. So I do have it all decorated in Halloween. But I sit out there with the kids when they come up and they look so cute because they're so tiny and they're dressed in really cute. But the parents are the ones going to be eating the candy.
Yeah, I hate it. I used to hate it when I used to go out and then they give you like cheap ass candy. And then I hate it like when I was a kid, right?
Uh huh.
Like all the kids were like, "Fuck, I was such an idiot back then." They're like, "Oh, I got 3 fucking garbage bags full of candy," right? Other kids telling me, and I used to be pissed. I'd be like, "Damn, man, if my mom didn't walk so slow, I could have like."
Had more candy?
Yeah, but like now that I'm an adult, I realized that Randy was a fucking liar. There's no fucking way you got fucking 3 trash bags full of candy, you fucking
No,
liar.
unless you were up, all night, like starting at 5 o'clock, right when it got dark, and then just went out to every single neighborhood.
I mean, think about it. Like, like a bag like about yay big, right? You could buy it at Walmart for like about 15, $20, right?
Yeah,
So imagine how many of those bags do you need to fill out a trash bag,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it's like fucking Randy, piece of shit.
That's so funny.
Hey, so what's up with these people giving out that fake candy? Why do you think they do it? Because they're cheap or
Fake candy?
no? It's just like that nasty candy that nobody wants. Like, what's the deal? Like, what I always ask myself, why do they still make this crappy candy that nobody eats?
I don't
But
know.
every Halloween it's there. Like, it's that kettle corn, right?
Oh, they have that. But you know what? If you look on TikTok, there's a lot of recipes that you can make with those candy corns.
Okay.
So I would try that. I mean, I don't think people give that out anymore because it's loose.
They're loose.
Yeah, there's loose. I don't think they make them in little packages anymore. But yeah, nobody likes that. But you can cook with it, and it makes meals. I mean, like sweets and stuff taste really good.
And what about that hard candy? Like it was kind of like caramel, but it always sucked.
Those little square ones.
There used to be round, I think.
Oh, round. Oh, I don't remember those. I remember my dad. My dad bought the worst candy. He'd buy the candy that you put in a bag and you weigh it. Oh, like the little single ones, you know.
Oh,
My
okay.
dad bought the worst candy when we were kids. I guess that's why I get good candy because my dad always bought the worst candy. My mom used to always get mad at him. Why are you buying this candy? We gave out the worst candy at my house. But now that's why I think maybe I get good candy because my dad always gave out bad candy.
So remember those urban legends about like that your parents needed to watch, like go through the candy
Oh
because like the
yeah.
razor blades and all
Who's
that.
gonna waste putting razor blades in an apple? Or, remember how about people used to give out apples? Or you know what? Too, people didn't have candy, or they'll give out pennies.
Pennies?
Yeah, people would give out like nickels and dimes and pennies and change. It would just give you change.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Yeah. Or raisins. When I was a kid, raisins were the worst candy you could get. Raisins.
Like in a box or like
Those
by
little
the,
teeny boxes
okay.
of raisins. So when I was a kid, that was the worst candy. Was raisins.
Oh man, that's crazy. But going back to like that razor blades or whatever, they found out that most of the time it was family members that were doing that to their kids.
Oh, so they would scare them.
No, it's like usually like it was like an aunt or an uncle
Uh
that
huh.
would put the fucking razor blades inside the candy.
Oh, to say, hey, you can't eat that candy. It might have
No,
a
to hurt the
no.
kid.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they did like a study or like years ago came out that it's most likely your family member to like kind of try to hurt you than a complete stranger, and it makes sense, right? Because
Oh,
who
wow.
in their right mind will want to do that, right?
Yeah, you don't want to hurt a little kid, especially they're dressed so cute. I always get like teeny weeny ones, and it's like I know the parents are going to be eating this candy. That's the fun part. But that's what I enjoy. I enjoy the way the little kids look in their little costumes, and I actually react. I mean, I kind of talk to the little kids and go, "Oh my gosh, you look so cute. Oh, what are you?" So I interact with the little kids that are dressed up, and even the teenagers too.
Or you
I
still get
I
teenagers
still get
knocking.
teenagers, which is kind of it's all right because I want to get rid of my candy. Sometimes I get like a van will come by and they'll drop off all the kids. Last year wasn't as many kids as I thought I would have, but hopefully this year I will. I mean, everything's kind of back to normal, so hopefully I get a lot of kids.
Yeah, I think we're back to normal already. It's like
Yeah.
I look at everything, but you know what? When I go out like to bars and stuff like that, it's like I see that for some reason people are not out like they used to be anymore.
Yeah.
It's empty, and I'll be like, man,
Well,
this is
drinks are expensive. Come on, you can go. I mean, come on, you can as much as you pay for one beer, you can go buy a 6 pack at the market, right?
yeah, you could. It's what like $8, right? And the 12 pack's like 12, right?
Yeah,
So you're better off just you know buying a 12 pack and just drinking at home.
I know. I mean, drinks are expensive. Like shots of tequila are like $25, $30.
Yeah, you could buy a whole bottle.
Yeah, of good stuff. If you think about it, you buy 2 shots, and that's going to cost you almost 50 up to $75. You can get a decent bottle of tequila.
Yeah, because I remember when I used to drink Woodford right at the bar,
Uh
and
huh.
it was like $20 a shot.
Oh wow, you're an
Yeah,
expensive drinker.
yeah, and then it was like, damn, and then you just you go to the store, you could buy the whole bottle for $40.
Yeah. Wow. Guess you can sneak your little bottle in and just keep on refilling your glass, and let him think that you're just been sipping it all night.
You know what? One thing that I do not miss is the annoying people that are at the bar and they want to keep on trying to talk to you. And I'm like, I'm hanging out with my friend Gracie. I'm hanging out with my friend so and so, right?
Yeah.
And then a complete random stranger is like all up on your face. They want to like hug you. They want to like, and it's like not because they know me as a person, podcast personality or whatever. They have no idea what the hell I do.
Yeah.
They just want to be all up on my grill, and I'm like, hey, dude, like get the fuck off me,
Because
man.
they're
Like,
lonely. Maybe that's why they go to bars by themselves because they're lonely and they just want to meet somebody.
yeah, I understand that, but it's like you don't like just walk up to random people and start like hugging up on them, man. And then they're like all up, I guess if they do it in a friendly manner and
Yeah.
they do it once, okay, fine. but it's like you want to be hugging up on me every 5 minutes. I'm like, hey, guy, like, what the fuck, man? You know,
You're like a little teddy bear to them.
I don't know what the hell it is, man. And then after that, they're like, hey, can you do me a favor and buy me like a drink or two or three? And I'm like,
Is that
I don't even know you.
so? That's why they're kind of being all friendly because they ran out of money and they want you to buy them a drink.
Something I don't know why I don't miss those times. I'm like, oh man.
Were you buying them drinks?
No, I mean,
Oh, okay.
I think I did in the past a couple times,
Uh huh.
but then I realized that it's like if you buy them one, then they kind of like hang around with you like the whole night. And I was like, dude, I bought you a drink so you could like get the hell out of here, right?
Yeah.
But no, they stick around. It just never works. Um, so then by that time, usually I have to like go to another bar and then start new over there.
Bar hopping. Bar hopping to get rid of taggers.
Yeah, and then you before you know it, you have a whole herd of these people just walking behind you. I'm like, what's the point of even going out anymore, man?
Yeah.
You still party? You still drink?
Oh, me, I don't drink. And I don't go out to clubs or anything like that. It's kind of like, it's kind of boring to me. Now, I mean, because I'm older. It's just, I mean, I've had good music. I'll sit there and listen to good music. But other than that, I don't really go to bars or anything.
You know
Nah.
what? I kind of want to go to a nightclub like now, right?
Uh huh.
And see what it's like. I'm pretty sure I know what it's like already, but from what my understanding now is that people don't dance anymore at clubs.
Oh, they don't.
No, they do stupid TikTok challenges.
Oh, really?
You know how like when you're on TikTok and you're scrolling and people
Yeah.
are doing the same stupid dance over and over and over again?
Uh huh.
So what they do is the DJ will play that stupid TikTok song, and instead of people dancing how they normally do, they do the dance from that stupid fucking TikTok video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm all like, what the fuck is this?
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, I usually go to like back to disco or something like that. They always have events, and I'd go there because I know they're gonna have music that I like because I like disco music. So
Yeah, man. You know what? I think they should open up like a disco club, but I don't know if that would like probably be profitable for like a month or two. But I think after that it'll die down, right? Like how much can you do disco?
yeah, I mean, a lot of people are into that music now. Even younger people are enjoying that music, I believe. So I mean, and when I go to when I used to, would you would go to back to disco events, it would be people my age. So it wouldn't be like 20-year-olds there or 21. It's people in their 60s and up that are there because they're the one that knows the music
And do they dance like
and
the,
everybody dances and stuff. They're having a Halloween party, Halloween disco party. I don't know if I'm gonna. I've been to one. It's kind of fun. So I don't know if I'm gonna go.
yeah, just go for about an hour and hang out, and then if it gets good, then you have a night about it, and if it doesn't, you just take off.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, that's kind of like what I do. Like if I get invited to a place and I really don't want to be there, I show up for about 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And if it gets to be like if I don't mind the company, then I'll stay. But if I really don't want to be there, then I'll take off, man. I'll be like, well, you saw me, I was here, I'm gone.
So you just want to show face when you go somewhere when you're invited.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. That's even if you want to go because I mean, you live over here. Like, I'm not gonna say exactly where, but for some reason, I feel like when you're over here by Long Beach, it takes me about 30 minutes to get to LA. It takes me 30 minutes to get anywhere.
Yeah, and for me, where I live. There's like all the freeways, so it takes me 20 minutes to get basically anywhere.
Yeah, like
When you're
like
next to the freeway, it helps.
so it's like what was it? I went to Hollywood last week, right?
Yeah.
It took me an hour to get there and an hour to get back. I lost 2 hours.
Oh
time.
yeah, that's why I kind of leave later because when the show says 7:45, if I leave earlier, I don't like when I don't like to drive when the sun's coming down because the sun's always in my eyes and even my flap in my car, it doesn't block the sun. So I'm driving like this with one hand and I'm driving with my stick on the other hand. So it's kind of hard. I try to leave not when the sun's down because I don't like to drive to Hollywood when it's
Yeah, I think this year I am gonna go out. I'm gonna go see what the hell is out there, man. I wanna see people in their costumes and whatnot like that. But I'll probably just show up and record something. I don't know. We'll make it fun.
yeah. Are you invited to a party?
No,
Oh, okay.
but I think I'm gonna go to those clubs. I don't like the family parties anymore because it's usually like they're cool, but like for the most part, is people get sloppy,
Uh
right?
huh. They
Like
drink too much.
yeah, and it's like whatever, like I'm over it,
Or you're dressed up and you're just sitting there talking to somebody the whole night, so you're not doing anything, just sitting and talking. In her, right?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So let's tell them why we're here.
Why we're here?
Okay,
Because we
we
went to the movies.
we went to the movies. That's right. So I don't know if you know this, but there was the 50th anniversary of The Exorcist.
Is that what it was?
I think that's what it was.
It was an anniversary of The Exorcist, right?
Yeah, I
The
think that,
first
that
one.
that's
And
that's right.
yeah, and I actually saw the first one when I was like 16, 17 years old at the drive-in. And at that time, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, this movie is so scary." It was like the biggest scary movie around. It was like creepy and scary. So, but this time when I watched it, I really enjoyed it.
You did?
Oh yeah, because when I watched it now, I was like more into the family, like the priest. You saw what he was going through, and then the other priest that was in digging up the artifacts. You see what he went through, and he actually saw the image. It's just like about each family and what each, like the director of the movie and their lives. When I was younger and we watched it, all it was like this girl was possessed, and she was, all this stuff was happening to her. So that's what scared you. But with this time, I really enjoyed the movie, and I liked at the end where they talked about it and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because this one, I think, what was it? We saw The Exorcist how it was originally meant to be
Scene, yeah.
seen. That's what they said in the beginning
Yeah.
of the movie, right? And it was cool because it was like, I think there weren't too many people there, right?
No.
And then afterwards they had like a special behind the scenes. They talked about The Exorcist, how it was filmed. They give
Yeah.
you definitely more information on the actual movie, so that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was really cool. I really, really enjoyed the movie. How long was it? Do you remember?
I think like an hour and 40,
That's it.
maybe. Yeah, you know what? I also, looked at it differently. I did watch The Exorcist. I think I've seen it a total of maybe 3 or 4 times, right?
Uh-huh.
But for some reason, I remember like some of the scenes, like where the head turns back and her vomiting and stuff like that. But I didn't remember like the storyline from many years back. So
Yeah.
me watching this movie now, it was like I completely like
It was like a whole new
a
movie.
whole new movie. Exactly. I was like, oh wow, and I totally agree with you. Like I paid attention more to the storyline, to the characters. I identified with the characters,
Yeah.
and everyone like you could relate to every single character. Not opposed to like when they make movies now, where they have like a whole bunch of characters in a movie and you can't relate to them.
Yeah.
Like you don't understand like what they're going through. And this one, every single character you can identify and be like, oh, this is what priest number 1 is going through. This is priest number 2, right?
Yeah.
This is what the girl's going through. This is what the mom's going through.
And I didn't realize the mother was an actress. I mean, like when I saw it when I was a
Within
kid.
the movie.
Yeah, when I was 17, I didn't realize the mother was an actress. And then when you see it now, you're like, oh my gosh, she's an actress.
Yeah, and it's crazy because she was filming this is where there's a little confusion on my part.
Uh-huh.
They were making a movie, but did the movie have anything to do with the occult
Oh, when they were at the college?
at the college? Yeah.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't know.
I kind of thought that it did. I wasn't unsure because
Yeah, I really don't know.
the priest was part of the movie. Oh look, we have fans. The guy behind us trying to take our pictures.
Oh.
So you know what? That I kind of don't like that.
What? Someone taking our picture?
No, it's like how did they sneakily like take a picture and then I don't know what the hell they're gonna.
Is
do
it
with
on
that
a
picture.
phone or is it
Yeah,
a good camera?
Yeah, but they do it like in like I
Oh,
don't
this
know.
white- this guy with
yeah,
the pink
it's
cap?
that guy with the pink cap.
I'll let him. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll get viral.
No, I don't know why they do it. I really, it's. And
Oh, maybe he's just saying, "Hey, I'm at the park. I'm here at my jog, and look at there's people." And
I don't know. Anyways, back to the movie.
yeah,
So, yeah. So there was a reason why the priest was there, and I think it had something to do with it.
Mhm.
My confusion is, how did it? What was the name of that evil spirit? Was it Suzu?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't get the name.
Yeah, it has like a weird name, right?
But it was the priest that was getting the artifacts. He's the one that saw it before he left. Remember when he was leaving the Mideast? He looked at that and he was just watching it.
Yeah, the statue.
The statue.
So,
And then at the end of the movie, they showed that statue again.
so it was the spirit of that statue, right?
Yeah.
The deity of that evil spirit, right? Incarnated all the way in was it Boston, right?
Yeah.
Where the movie was based on, into the girl, and I'm not thinking, how the hell did that spirit from way the heck over there find its way
To that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
that's
that
another
was-
thing.
that was, like, the confusing
that's
part to
kind of
me.
confusing too, because you don't really know why it went into her. But maybe
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe I have to watch it again. Was that priest involved at all? Do you think in the taping of the when were they protesting? Is that what they were doing?
Yeah, it was like a protest, kind of but it was part of the movie, and it had something because they had a priest. I don't know, it was weird. But
Yeah.
that priest, the original one, the one that was in Iraq, in the Middle East, he wasn't part. He had nothing to do with the movie
No.
until they called him in specifically because he had knowledge to kind of get rid of exorcisms.
Yeah.
But the interesting part of it is that, and I don't know if you caught this, Gracie, it said that he had performed an exorcism, I think, prior to the one he did for Reagan, right?
Yeah.
And it said that it almost killed him. I don't know if you
Yeah, I
caught
remember that,
Okay, and then on this, when he performed the exorcism on Reagan, right? She did kill him.
Yeah, because remember he had heart issues. Because remember they showed him taking those pills.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, he did have heart issues. Because you see him taking the pill 2 times. They show him taking a pill,
Yeah, I saw him popping pills, but I didn't know.
but it was for his heart. It was heart.
I didn't associate one with the other. Yeah, but then that part where the priest does walk in, and I'm sorry, the priest number 2, right, walks in, the boxer, and sees the original priest, right, with the white hair, the older man.
Yeah.
And he's laying down, and he realized that he's dead. The exorcist just like kind of like by this time has set herself free, and she's like in the corner of a bench. She's just like laughing. That was really creepy.
Yeah, that's creepy. And then what happened? He pulled that demon into him, and then he jumps out the window to kill the demon. That's why he jumped out because remember after you see his eyes, I think it was his eyes. Anyway, he got the demon out of her and put it into him, and then what he did is he jumped out the window to get the demon out of him.
Yeah, because he said, "Oh, why take me instead?" And then when he felt the demon, when I was watching, I was like, "How does this movie end?" Because I never remembered. I'm like, "How does it end?" So that was interesting within itself.
Yeah, because then they just got up and moved away. Priest was dead.
So remember, there was a part in the movie where some guy was in the bottom of the stairs and the head was turned back.
Yeah, that was the director of the movie.
Correct.
And she's the one that killed him. Because remember when the priest, the boxer priest, took the demon in him, because he jumped out that window, and when he jumped out the window, you notice he was at the bottom of the stairs. So remember the mother said, "Oh yeah, she killed that director. She pushed him out the window, and that's why he." So she must have twisted his head and threw him out the window.
That's exactly what happened, and I needed to kind of like go back and piece things together. But that's one of the reasons why you know how her head turns back.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Do you know what your daughter did, right?" And then when she turns her head back, because that's exactly what she had done to the director, and then thrown him out the window.
Because the director must have known. The director went in there. He must have known it because he's the one that put the cross. Remember, they kept on saying, "Who put the cross here?" So I believe that director is the one that put the cross.
But he definitely put the cross there for a reason.
Yeah,
And that's
because he
kinda
probably knew that she was a demon.
Yeah, because of something that was going on, and I think I have to like go back and look at it. But there's a tie-in, but I don't understand like specifically like why. Because they heard noises coming from the attic, right?
Yeah.
And then the mother went up there, and then at some point, I guess it came from the attic. So it's kind of confusing because we don't know how that evil spirit found its way into that home.
Yeah, and remember she kept on saying that she was talking to somebody.
Captain Howdy.
Yeah.
That was the way of the demon
Yeah.
trying to
Get in.
get in.
Yeah, but you don't understand why it went there. That's that. I understand that part. Like you don't. I don't understand that either.
Yeah, that's the conflicting piece of the puzzle.
Maybe you have to read the book. No.
No, but did you know that this was actually based on a true story?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did some research for it, and the funny thing about that is that in real life,
Uh huh.
it wasn't a girl; it was
It
a
was a
boy.
boy. Okay.
A
I did
boy.
hear that at one point. One time I did. I think at one point I did hear it was a true story, but it was a boy.
And then when they finally did were able to perform their exorcism, and they were able to like get it out of him, he didn't recall
Anything.
anything.
Yeah, I think her too. She didn't remember anything.
Yeah, she didn't remember anything. And I think if I remember correctly, this boy that they got the extra, he went on and he became an astronaut or something like that.
Oh
He
wow.
ended up working for not for NASA or something. So it's like, whoa, that's crazy.
And what the sad part is that you see all these doctors and stuff like giving her electric treatments, and they're saying it's in part of her brain that's making her do all this weird shit. And then when they look, there's nothing there, but they're still telling the mother, give her these pills and give her this and do this. So if you think about it, you have these doctors even nowadays giving us all this medicine and all this shit, when in reality, there's actually natural stuff that fixes stuff,
Yeah,
right?
that part bothered me a little bit, because
Yeah.
it's like I saw that and it's like well, it's kind of like the reality of when I see people that are going through stuff, and doctors, that's just the way they are. They're throwing all
Pills.
this stuff. Yeah, pills.
Pills.
We need to operate. We need to do this. We need. I'm like, you don't even really know what the problem is, and you're over here
No.
just dumping stuff.
Yeah, like I go to the doctor and they're saying, okay, you take all this metformin, you do this and do that. And then I was taking it for a while, but then I said, no, I want to cure myself from having to take all this medication. So that's what you try to find a cure to stop you having to take this medication, because this medication is not helping you. It's just, I don't know what it does.
So what medication does, right? It cures or alleviates one problem, but
Uh-huh.
then it gives you like 10 different side effects.
Yeah, exactly. Like your liver. Okay, now your liver's messed up. Okay, now you got to take these pills for your liver. Oh, now your kidneys are messed up. Take these pills for your kidneys. Oh, no. It's like before you know it, I was taking like, I don't know, like when I went to the doctor, I was taking 3 pills for blood pressure, and then when I had to go take a blood test, my blood pressure was too high, and I'm thinking, why is it too high? It was just okay the other day,
Well,
and then she took me off 2. She goes, I don't know why you're taking these 2. You just need this one. Take this one and a half. But then when I went again, but I realized when I take my blood pressure, before I go to the doctor, I need to walk. I need to do stuff. I need to drink a lot of water, because the morning I went to the doctor, I had just got out of bed, got dressed, and went to the doctor. I wasn't up for a while. I didn't really drink a lot of water. And I noticed when I take it now, I'll take it what time I'm going to go to the doctor, and it's low because I'm being active, I'm doing stuff, and I'm drinking a lot of water. So I think that's the main thing, is drinking a lot of water.
yeah, water's the key to everything, actually.
Yeah.
Do you drink coffee?
No, I don't drink coffee at all.
Yeah, some people don't. So if you're gonna go to like, get your blood pressure done, you're not supposed to like eat anything, right? Like an hour before, drink coffee or drink soda, because that'll spike your blood pressure. And one thing that they don't tell you is that blood pressure is it's also affected by mood, right? And what you eat. So let's say like if you're going to the doctors and you get into like an intense conversation
Yeah.
where you're not happy or whatever, anything will raise up your blood pressure, even like a blood sugar, right? It's like if you're a diabetic and you get angry, that it's just weird how that works. Everything's manipulated by kind of like you, but
Yeah.
that doesn't necessarily mean
That you have blood pressure, high blood pressure.
exactly. It doesn't. And then not only that, but I know some people that have like tremendously high blood pressure, like in like the clinically they should not be walking around, but they are. And then I'm like, how do you feel? And they're like, I feel fine. And I'm like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, because I mean, one time mine was almost like to 200, and I couldn't get it down, and I just went to the emergency because I was like, okay, I don't feel any symptoms. I'm not dizzy. I'm not nothing, but my blood pressure is like so high. So I just got scared and went to the emergency.
And what they do, like, just give you a couple pills?
No, they had to wait for me to bring it come down before they can even prescribe anything to me. And it was like 12 midnight when I went over there. And because I thought what I did is I took it and it was high, and then I went to Bruce's to hang out, and I went there. And then when I got home, because I thought maybe if me going out, calming down, or I don't know why I was stressed out or whatever, I went over there, and then I checked it again. It was still 200. I said, oh my, I better go to the emergency. I don't want to go to bed and, die of a heart attack. So yeah, I was in the emergency for a while. They had to bring it down, and then finally he subscribed stuff to me.
Finally what?
Subscribed some pills.
Oh, they gave you something.
Yeah, they gave me something. But no. But I take my medication at night because I don't want to have a heart attack in the middle while I'm sleeping.
I think that's the best time for you to take the medication for blood pressure, I think.
Yeah, because you don't want to die in your sleep. Especially I'm close to the dying age,
Oh, Gracie, you got plenty of time, man. You're gonna be here for a very long time, and you can't go anywhere because we haven't done your special yet, right?
Yeah.
You need to do your special.
I need to do a special, huh?
Yeah, all dedicated to Gracie. So how many minutes do you think you got in you?
Oh, I know I have at least 45, half an hour. I've already done like a half an hour.
Really?
Oh, yeah. But not here. I did it like in New Mexico.
How's that like when you go on the road and you do 30 minutes?
It's kind of cool because you get to do all your jokes because when you go to a place, you only have so many, you only get 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So you got to pick, oh, should I do these or should I do those? And then you have a lot in your pocket, and you get to, I get to finally do these jokes that haven't got to do. Because sometimes you just want to do the ones that just hit and then just be funny, and you don't go back and do the jokes that you been working on. So
and it's cool because you get to go to New Mexico, right?
Oh yeah.
And then it's like all these jokes that nobody has ever heard. So they're like just like cracking up and they're taking it in, and you're like, oh man, I get to use this joke that I retired like 7 months ago.
Yeah.
Because people have heard it, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what's nice about going on the road, because you get to do the jokes that no one's ever heard.
Yeah, I was at a place and I was doing my joke and somebody like said my punchline. And I was like, well, thank you, because at least now I know that I have a fan out there. But do you mind? I'm like, this isn't a concert, buddy. Like, it's not a sing along, right?
Yeah.
I hate it when I go to concerts and they're singing and they're like, now you sing it.
Yeah.
Like, no, I paid you to sing it, buddy. Like, I don't want to hear other people singing in their crappy voices, right? But it's cool because you do know that they're listening.
Yeah.
But now you're starting to like. So it shows that people recognize the jokes and the material.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't want to do that joke because you've already done it, and they'll be like, oh, do that joke.
Yeah, you know what? I have a couple of comedians that friends that go up there, right?
Uh-huh.
And then sometimes I look at them and I want to say it like, oh, do this one, right? But because I want to hear it, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, just stay quiet, bro. Like, I think it's bad etiquette when you're a comedian.
To heckle.
Yeah, to heckle. Yeah, definitely. I don't try to do that, or try to have a conversation with my friend while he's on stage.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you having a conversation with your friend when they're on stage? I don't get it.
I know, huh?
Yeah, so yeah, it's different. I was having a conversation with somebody recently, and they were telling me about like young comics, right? They're like, oh, well, young comics have to just wait, their turn, because these other comics have been around for such a long time, right? And I thought that to be, give me a second.
What?
Hopefully this guy's not giving out.
Oh, is he giving out tickets?
Yeah, tickets, because I didn't.
Oh, you didn't put it in? But how's he going to know if you did or not?
Well, what they do is they check the machine.
Oh, did he check the machine?
No.
Oh, now he's going to park. Is he parking?
No, he's just making his presence known.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
we almost got busted for not paying. We got people waving at us.
We got fans. We got fans.
That's right. It's the guy at the beach, the podcast at the beach. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens to me once in a while.
That's kind of cool. I you know what? The only time I've been to the beach in the last 10 years is when I've done a show with you.
When you come here,
I never go to the beach.
people tell me you go to the beach. I'm like all the time, buddy. I'm always at the beach.
Oh, that's why we see you dancing. Whatever your little dance is. At the beach.
At the beach.
Órale, Holmes, it's me, Little Hater. Hey, check it out, Doug. This podcast is brought to you in part by Bow Down Clothing. That's right, Doug. That's what I wear, Bow Down Clothing. So if you want to look like a cholo vato, oh, firme vato, Doug. Get yourself some Bow Down Clothing.
What it is. Podcast.
Yeah, so I was having a conversation with somebody, and we were talking about young comics, right? And they were saying that young comics need to wait their turn. And I'm out thinking, like, what the hell does that mean? Like, would you tell somebody that's like Kevin Hart or something that's only like 1 year into comedy, right? Would you tell them, okay, you're funny, but you're a young comic, so you have to wait your turn?
You know,
I don't get it.
in my days, it was they would tell me you have to pay your dues, and I'm like, what do you have to pay your dues? And somebody I had asked this on social media, and he was going, oh, well, you got to drive a comic to the gig, you got to do this, you got to do that. I go, that's paying my dues, having to drive a seasoned comic to their gigs. You know, so it changes. It changes through the whole year. I mean, the years. At least they're not telling you have to pay your dues. They're telling you have to wait your turn.
Well,
but you know,
that's kind of like in one way or another what people are saying.
yeah. And you know, I've done shows where comics bragging about he's been doing comic for 40 years, and I'm thinking, well, yeah, you've been doing it for like 25 years or whatever, longer than I have. But why are you at a backyard party doing the show and you're bragging about how long you've been doing comedy? It's like, wait a minute, we're on the same stage. You've been doing it longer than me, but why are you at this backyard party?
Exactly, my point exactly.
So I just think you're as good as you are.
What's the difference?
Yeah, and that's what it should be. It should be as good. You should be as good as you are, and they should put you up because you're good. But now I think younger comics are actually getting more involved. I mean, they're doing it in 5 years, and they're getting like all the stage time and stuff like that now because of social media. Social media helps everybody, and that's just the bottom line. Is how many followers you have. I don't see why that's the point, because you can buy followers.
Yeah, a lot of that's fake for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of fake. It's more likes. I think it's the likes you have, not the followers, that should be able to get you, spots and stuff.
People are easily fooled. They're like, oh, I follow, I don't know, let's just make up a name. I follow Snail on Instagram.
Yeah.
Did you know Snail has like 100,000 followers? And I'm like, yeah, but a lot of like 75 of those are bots.
Yeah. I always get promotions sending it to me. Hey, you can get this many followers if you pay this much money. You can get this many followers for this much money. Like for TikTok, unlike on TikTok. I mean, I'll have 209 followers. And now I only have 108. Ooh, wow, it's getting up. 194 followers, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I lost a lot of followers on my TikTok account. I think maybe because I was doing scary videos and they didn't like it.
You were doing scary videos?
Well, when I do the question lady, I don't try to get the ones that are real pretty and ask a question. Oh, do you go to the beach? No, I have I try to get the worst ones and say, hey, did you go to the beach?
One of my videos got pulled, like automatically, and it was me doing stand up, and they said we deemed this video to be goes against our policy. They didn't even ask me. They just like removed it.
What was it? Do you remember?
Yeah. So it's a joke. And I'll say it here because I know it's not gonna go anywhere. The joke says I was at an open mic. And I saw the bartender working, and I go, hey, big shout out to the bartender. And then people, they applaud or whatever, right? And I say, the best roofies in town. The only problem is you won't remember, right? Because roofies are roofing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. It makes so that was it. That was the quick joke, right? And Instagram pulled it.
Wow, because Instagram or TikTok?
No, I don't even play around with TikTok because
Oh,
it's even worse from what I hear. But they just
okay.
automatically pulled it. They said, "Oh, this goes against our policies," and they pulled it.
Oh, wow.
This is
Good
why
joke though.
it's an okay joke, right?
Yeah.
It's better. It's better when you're in person and you start hearing it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure that if I were to do it at a club, like it would kill. Um, you know, on the way you say it, the way you stand, the way you
Yeah.
reference it, I know I have what it takes to pull it off, right?
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, like I keep on telling people that TikTok and Instagram, it's a dead platform. And what I mean by that is that as soon as it's not going to take you anywhere, first of all,
Yeah.
right? It's dead because it's not going to make your career like big, right? There's some people that have like hundreds of thousands of followers, right?
Yeah.
And they're still like, oh, I still work a 9 to 5. Oh, they pay me, but I only got $100 a month.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so what are you doing? Day in and day out, you're killing yourself making these stupid videos, right? Some are funny, some are not, right?
Yeah.
And you spend like 6 hours to do a 15-second video, which, hey, kudos to you to having that dedication to make other people laugh, right? But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, the juice is not worth the squeeze. You're not getting anything like realistically out of it, right? And the moment they decide they want to, they could pull your account. They could kill your account. That's why I say it's a dead media, and I don't recommend anybody to be spending too much of their time on TikTok or Instagram, especially now that all your likes, subscribers could be bought.
Yeah. How about Threads? What is that new thing called Threads?
Well, Threads is Twitter inside of Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I didn't understand it at first.
Uh-huh.
And then here we go, the divas, right? Oh, Snail, right? He's on Threads now, and I'm all like, and it's just dropping comments
Uh-huh.
without pictures.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's embedded on there. And they're like, oh, make sure to follow Snail. And I'm like, why would I care what? And Snail will say something like, um, I just got out of Starbucks drinking my coffee. Yay, pumpkin spice. I'll be like, Snail, did I really need to know that, Snail? Like,
So
I don't
that's
get
what
it.
Threads is? Oh, okay. I'm not even gonna get involved in that. I don't need any other extra.
Oh,
I mean, I just do my questions on TikTok, and the only reason I put it on TikTok because it keeps tracks of all the questions.
eventually, will you have a question lady book?
I have thought about it.
I think that would be good.
Yeah, question lady book. I really have thought about it because I'm already actually on 1,874 today. I think something like that. But when I go to 2,000, because what I actually do now is I type it in TikTok. I mean, X, Twitter, and then I'll type it on Facebook. But then I'll do a video on Snapchat and then share that with Instagram and post or reels on Instagram. And then I'll put the video on TikTok. But I think now what I'm going to do when I get to 2,000, I'm just going to do a video and just do the video and put it on all platforms and not do the typing of the question.
So maybe at 2,000, that's where your book ends. Do you think it'll be like a big book or not so much?
Oh, no, I don't think it'd be that big. I mean, unless I ask the questions and then because I mostly get answers on Facebook. I don't get any answers on Twitter.
So would you incorporate the answers to the book, or would you like leave it blank for the person to write it in their answers?
I can actually do both.
So
Yeah,
then
no.
it would be a nice hefty book. And I guess you would get the best answers, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a good idea.
Hey,
Eventually, I will
hey,
be getting a book out there.
Hey,
No.
that's what I do, man. I try to help out people
Yeah.
to kind of like
Push them in doing
yeah,
shit.
do something and make their product or whatever. Any way I
Yeah.
can. Suggestions. I never tell people what to do.
Yeah.
Just suggestions.
No, but I had thought about doing a book. I wish when I used to take the train, I wish I would have did a journal because that would have been another great book. Journey of the train ride. Because I even had another person that I know, and he goes, "Oh man, I have some crazy stories from the train rides," and it would be kind of incorporate with other people days of their train ride, but I never did it, so that was something I had in my mind, and I just never did it. But
So Instagram also has this one thing now that's called broadcasting. Do you know what that is?
No, what is that?
It's just like I'm tired of Instagram and TikTok, but now it's like, for example, Gracie, right?
Yeah.
Now you could be your own broadcaster now. So meaning all your followers, all your supporters now like could like be part of a sub channel that you create,
Uh-huh.
and then you write down stuff like, hey, which is kind of, I think it would work for you. I don't think I would use it specifically, right? But you could say like, tonight I'm gonna be performing at all these places. Come see me and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So it's just directly for people that want to join, and then you just drop all that information. But which is cool. It's not a tool that I don't think I would use unless I start like getting booked tremendously. Then
Yeah.
yeah, it was a tool that I would use. Um, but some of the people that I follow, right? Like I follow a couple of these fitness people, right,
Yeah.
from Brazil. And then they're like, "Oh, Germany broadcasting." So I did. I'm like, "Okay, cool, right?"
Yeah.
And it's just like that. Oh, like the snail example. Oh, today I went to Starbucks, and I'm like,
Oh.
what like you're spamming me with like, how about you tell me like what exercises you're gonna do today, what you're gonna like, whatever, how do you prep, and or whatever, or
Yeah.
protein versus this, cardio before lift, or weights after and it's
Give
not
me
like that.
information.
Exactly.
They're just telling you about their lives. And the other thing is like I think it's on Facebook. They say give her stars. What the heck? I don't want to be giving me stars and then try to persuade people to subscribe and pay you on that. So I have to always go and turn that off. Turn off the stars. Do you see that on Facebook?
I haven't really been on Facebook for a while.
Oh yeah, they have this new thing. Every time you post something, it'll say give her stars. So you got to go. I have to turn that off all the time.
So what are stars like?
I have no freaking idea. It's kind of like a subscription, I think, is what it is. And then if they give you stars, and then you can get money. I don't want to give out my banking information or anything to all the social media stuff, because
Yeah,
that's how you're going to get paid.
exactly. So
Unless
that,
you created a bank account just for that, for social media money, instead of having it, because you don't want to connect it to your real bank.
to your main account. That's
Yeah, you
right.
don't want a main account. I would say get a new bank account, to be your social media account. So if you do get money for all that.
I think it's overly complicated, and when I ask people like, "What are you doing with your social media? What do you want from it?" A lot of people don't fully understand what the hell they're doing or what they want to come from it. But the one thing they do know is that they want followers, and they want
Famous. They just want to be famous. Everybody just wants to be famous, right?
I don't understand the process of that, or why people care for that. I really don't understand it.
Because it's an easy way to make money. You know what? Like maybe make it like all the makeup guys. Remember all the makeup men that are out there putting makeup on and selling products and that kind of stuff? I mean, that's what it all is. It's all about influencers. I got to tell you, people that are on social media that are influencers, what they do is they go to in the fashion industry, and they'll say, "I'm an influencer. I have this many followers. So if you give me clothes, I will wear them on my Instagram and take pictures with your clothes on, so people will go out and buy your clothes." And companies will pay them like $5,000, $6,000 to $10,000 to do the Instagram influencers. And that's why these influencers are making all this money, is because makeup companies are giving them a lot of product and a lot of money, and they think, oh, okay, since that person is using it, oh, it must be really good. And that's where they're making money. They're not making money off like the Instagram or they're making money like from Revlon. They're making money from Macy's. They're making money from all these designers. And that's where those influencers are making money. They're not making money off, the social media part. They're making money off the products that they're showing online.
So that definitely works like on a major level. Like if you're like a Kylie Jenner, or like a Tom Cruise, or a Brad Pitt, or an Amy Adams, right? Like in that caliber.
No, not
right?
seriously. Because I worked for the fashion industry, and we would pay all these people. I had no idea who they were, but they were all influencers, and we paid them a lot of money because I did the accounts payable. And that's why I know that these people are making all this money. And all these people that were on there, I had no idea. I don't even know who they were,
So
but they were influencers.
wow,
Yeah.
that's kind of like difference of opinions, but I mean
Yeah.
I definitely understand, right? Because on my realm of what I do and stuff like that, a lot of the on the lower end
Yeah.
level, a lot of that influencer stuff is like drying up now
Yeah.
because like everybody now is like an influencer or
Yeah.
whatever.
Instead of
So-
instead of them paying influencers all this money to excuse me to wear their product, they can give it to their employees, and their employees can put it on social media and wear that product. And you're saving money because your employee is going to be like, "Oh wow, I have this $300 blouse, and the company's giving me this blouse to wear on my social media."
and it would cost them basically nothing.
Exactly nothing. Instead of paying these their PR departments getting all these influencers to wear their product, but now get somebody normal to wear your product. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's a smart way to go about it. Yeah, but some of these people like influence have burnt out the spot.
Yeah.
Walking up to these companies telling them, if you hire me, this is what I'm going to deliver, and
Yeah.
then they don't deliver. I had going through the circuit and what I do and whatnot, right? I met this one person who said, "Oh, you're a comedian slash podcaster," and I said, "Yes." And I'm actually having a show that's coming up,
In November.
and yeah, November.
Come on,
And
announce it. Come on.
well, oh, that's right. because-
Announce your show. Come on. I have a show, and I'm not going to let you know where it's at.
Well, I've been announcing it on.
I
on
know, but
Instagram,
we're here. You might as well announce it. Keep
All
on
right.
announcing it.
All
when you
right,
say it.
guys. So we're having a show in November. It's going to be November 17th. It's going to be in East Los Tacos. That's right. I'm taking it back to where it all started in East LA, right? It's going to be a night of tacos and comedy. That's right. We're going to have 3 headliners, which is we're going to have Luz Pasos, Fraser Smith. We're going to have Fernando Sanchez, and Little Haters going to be there as they host to the show. It's going to be about an hour of comedy, maybe an hour and 20 minutes of comedy, and it's only $10. Can you believe that? $10.
Yeah.
Look, man, for the price of a Starbucks,
You're getting a show.
you're getting a show for less than what it costs you to go to the movies. You're gonna have a show, and you don't have to go all the way to Hollywood. You don't have to go all the way to Burbank. You don't have to go all the way to Riverside. It's gonna be in the heart of East LA.
And how's the parking situation?
They have plenty of parking there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
basically what people are concerned about is parking.
No, they have plenty of parking there.
Good.
So that's not going to be an issue. And but not only aside from having great comedy, which I know we're going to make you laugh. Look, I'll even put it to you like this: if we don't make you laugh, you get your money back. How about that?
Wow, that's a good slogan. Don't make you laugh, we'll give you your money back.
But you know how I get them? If they tell me you didn't make me laugh, right?
No, it's not you. It's the whole show.
No, right before, right? Then I just tickle them to death, and I be like, "Made you laugh." See, you have to have the backup plan.
That's right. He's gonna tickle everybody in the audience. If you're not laughing, he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
tickle
tickle
you.
everybody on their way out.
And they said I didn't laugh, and then you're gonna tickle
I'll
them.
tickle them. That's right. Get like a feather and put it on their nose. But but they have like the best tacos there. So come for the comedy. You're gonna love the tacos, man.
And where is it at? What street or do you have
It's
an
it's on the
address?
corner of Ford and Cesar Chavez.
4th and Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, you can't miss it. It's a big building. It says East Los Tacos. You're gonna love it. But
Nice.
yeah, going back to like what I was saying, I met this person who's a promoter, right?
Uh huh.
And they said, "Oh, well, I'll promote your show." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then they gave me an insane number of for them to promote my show,
Oh, they want you to pay them.
to pay them. And I was like, "Oh," and I was like, I did not see that coming. And I said, "Fine, I'll pay you." And they said, "What are my guarantees?" "Oh, I don't guarantee anything."
No, then why are you paying them?
Well, then why would I pay you? If you could guarantee me that 100 people are gonna be on my show, I'll pay you the X amount of money that you're saying.
Yeah.
But if you're not guaranteeing me anything, that's not the way. I'm basically giving you free money.
Yeah. Exactly. Wow.
That's the way comedy works, right?
Promote, promote. It's the only thing you can do. But you know what? Excuse me. Our days, we didn't have social media, so we had to like hand out flyers. We had to do that kind of stuff, verbal um, promoting. Now it's so easy. You just put it out, just type it in and shoot it out. So it's easy.
It's that easy, right?
It's that easy. It's that easy. That easy. When I was my days, we had to pass out, make little flyers and pass them out. You'd have to go to different clubs. You got to put them on cars. You got to pass them out on the train.
And would people actually come out?
Yeah, I had a friend that I used to help her promote her show, and that's what she would do. She worked at she went to East LA College, so she'd pass them out there. Then she went to LA Tech. She'd pass them out there. She'd go on the train and pass it out on the train, and she always had a full house.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I guess that's something that I should be doing for my show, huh?
Well, yeah, the best thing is to put a flyer in the bathroom. Everybody goes into the bathroom, so they're all going to see it. Have you posted a flyer in the bathroom yet?
I'm going to do that sometime this week.
You have to, because everyone goes to the bathroom. Everybody. And then if they let you put little things on the tables, it's even better, because you know how all tables have the little advertisements or what they have. Put that inside there too. So when everyone comes in and they sit at the table, they'll see it. Put one in the door when they walk in. You have to put it in the place that they're serving the food. And you don't want to do it the last minute, because they're going to be like, because this way they're going to see it all the time. So advertise at the restaurant.
Advertise. So you see that's one thing. That's one of the benefits of having like a seasoned comedian, that they have all this great advice to give you. For as opposed to like the new people who don't understand specifically how it works. But one thing about comedy is that the people that know how it works don't tell you how it works, right? They just want to keep that information for themselves a little bit.
Oh yeah, a lot of comics just want to keep everything to themselves.
I don't get that.
I experience
really
it.
don't.
I experience it all the time, so I won't mention anything, but I'll tell you I'll tell you off the air.
I'm not gonna mention any names.
I'm not going to mention anything.
So when are we gonna get the Gracie Armijo special?
I have no idea.
We got to put it down on paper. Is it just gonna be you or a lineup of women as well?
I have no idea. We'll see. Yeah, are you talking about my Netflix special? No.
That's right. Well, you know what?
I'm just joking. About
I'll help you produce your first special, and then once you get to Netflix, just wave at me like, oh yeah, I know that guy.
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
But not only look, Gracie. I look at you as a comic, and everybody knows you. It's like, and even people that like, sometimes they don't refer to you by name.
Oh, the
right?
girl with the blue hair.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. The lady with the blue hair. And I'm like, oh, that's Gracie. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, we've seen her. And then I'm like, did you talk to her? Like, no, because I didn't want to weird her out. I get Gracie spottings all the time. The people call me and they're like, I seen her. She was in downtown Disney. Oh, I seen her. She was in Hollywood.
That's
so
funny.
people are checking in like, we've seen Gracie.
Yeah.
Gracie spottings. But you do the comedy, right? You also do your podcasting, right? You're all over the place, and now you work with Chicano Hollywood as well.
Yeah, I did a project with Chicano Hollywood too, and I kind of helped. I volunteered when they had their event at the door, and because I really wanted to go to the event, but I'm thinking, well, I don't want to go by myself. And I thought, you know what? If they need volunteers, I'll volunteer. So it was better to volunteer, because actually at the door they had to come to me first before they can check in. They had to check in with me to get inside. So I met everybody there.
and you know what, Gracie? Like I was at that event, right?
Yeah.
And as I'm sitting there, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that wonderful event that Johnny and Chicano Hollywood put on, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, and I'm like, the most important person at this event right here is Gracie. It's Gracie. And I'm all like, because she's the one that's checking everybody in and making sure, and people were running up to you, asking you questions, and you would like take care of stuff. I was like, wow, Gracie's got this unlocked. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
That wasn't my first rodeo at the checking in people.
Like she knows what she's doing. Like, wow, Gracie. But yeah, I see big things happening for you, Gracie. And
I hope so. I'm getting at that age where I'm ready to, just travel.
Well, look, Gracie, it's like this. You've been knocking at that door, right?
Yeah.
And if they're not gonna open that door for you, Gracie,
I got to open it myself.
then we're gonna knock that fucking door down and let them know that you're here. Because not only do you want it, but I want it for you as well.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
No, I definitely do, because I see the hard work and dedication that you put into this. You're traveling all these different places. You're on the road comic now. And you've gone to different states. You're staying out late. You're doing all that stuff, and you've been doing it for quite a while now, right?
Yeah, I don't want to say how long.
No,
It's embarrassing to say how long I've done it, and then I'm like, gosh, these people that have only been doing it 5 years are like
I know,
going
right?
doing this, and this. And I'm like, oh gosh, I don't even want to say. That's too
That's
embarrassing.
And that's why I say that when people say you have to put in your dues and all that, I say that's bullshit, man. Because look, man, I don't do that with people. I don't gatekeep, and I don't keep them down. I see opportunity for people, and I rise them up, and I be like, okay, this is where you got to be.
Yeah.
Right. But sadly, that's not the way it works in the industry, in our business.
No. Maybe it'll change. Maybe we'll be what is that new thing now? Where they're making videos of you, but it's really not you. That ID or what's it called?
Oh, AI, artificial
AI.
intelligence.
Oh yeah, AI. So maybe we'll get famous when we're AI characters. Yeah, let's start making ourselves AI.
Hey, there you go, right? I want to be the guy behind the camera, anyway, right? Let somebody else do the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
But look, Gracie, it's always a fun time when I hang out with you. You're always a great guest. We always do fun things, right?
Yeah.
How's your podcast doing?
It's doing okay. We're still like at 100 and something viewers. I think Glenn's getting kind of a little disappointed in it. I said, but we can't stop. I'm like, we have to keep on doing it.
Well, I'm
So,
definitely
yeah.
here, always trying to promote you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Put you out there. You actually, and I want to thank you because you took over one of my episodes the other day.
Oh yeah, that was fun. I had
was
fun doing it.
Right? And that's what it's all about. I don't have to always be here. Look, I've said it time and time again. Not only is this my podcast, this is your podcast, right? So, and I think that was a nice opportunity to have someone with your talents to step in and do that interview for me. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you. It was really fun, and we actually got the episode that you sent me. I actually put it on our Going Nuts channel.
And it was fun because I was thinking to myself, like, how would it look if this was a Glenn and Gracie episode? That I kind of did it and I added the thing, and I'm all like,
It was perfect. It was
Yeah,
so
I'm
nice.
like,
I
I kinda
loved
liked
it.
it. Yeah.
Because I kept on trying to download, but I go, okay, I'm downloading on my phone, but after I download it, where is it going? That's where I was confused. I didn't know where it was going, so I downloaded it and put it actually on my computer. So now it's actually on my PC. So I'm going to put that on my page, because what happens, we do have a Going Nuts page, but Glenn is the one that handles all the Going Nuts stuff on social media, and I don't have access to that. So only he does. So it's whatever he posts and he edits and he does. So that's what I mentioned. Hurry, make sure you do it for 24 hours. We only have it. So make sure you put it on. So
make sure you download it.
That's right.
I think I sent him the link too.
yeah, he goes, you had sent it to him. But he's been so behind on our videos. I mean, we actually had to download like 3 videos this week.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he's still missing one more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know which one I liked? Now that we're talking about your podcast, it's the one where you guys went to Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching it, and you know what? Hey guys, you guys have to watch the Glenn and Gracie podcast. Going Nuts with Glenn and Gracie, right? Because I watch your podcast on my television.
That's where I watch it on the television.
Yeah,
I'm on TV now.
I put it on the television because it's all nice and big.
Yeah.
And you guys are sitting there and you guys are talking, right? You go to the 99-cent store. He goes to a records and he brings them out. And
Yeah.
he give you the LaToya Jackson
Yeah.
record, right? And
Uh-huh.
as you guys are there sitting there and you guys are talking, I feel like I'm in the room with you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how I guys film like,
nice.
and you guys have a conversation, and I'm all like, oh, this is so cool, right?
Uh,
And then you guys do cool things, like you guys went to that. I'm not gonna say too much because I want them to watch it, but you guys went to Vegas and you did some cool activities, and it's quite refreshing to see different quality podcasting as opposed to a lot of other podcasters that just
Talk.
yeah. Well, there's a difference
Yeah.
between talking and there's and they do something, they do things they shouldn't be doing, and it's like it just gives me a headache. So that's so when I watch your podcast, I'm like, this is what a podcast should be. It's intelligent, it's fun, it's different, and
Well,
that's
thank you.
that's why I enjoy it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks. So you guys just subscribe out there. Come on, you're 1,000 followers. Follow us. No.
Look, I have no problem at all whatsoever sharing my subscribers with people. Sometimes people are like, "Hey, your subscribers, my subscribers shouldn't be following you," and I'm like,
not?
that's beyond stupid." It's like, look, this is what I say: there's 24 hours in a day, right?
Yes.
One of my single podcast episodes probably lasts about an hour, right? They'll probably go watch your podcast first, and then they'll come watch mine. I don't know what the big difference is. I
Yeah.
really don't know. It's like, if anything, we should, share the audience to.
It's just like regular
have a
TV.
exactly.
Yeah. So I'm not going to watch Hulu because I'm devoted to Disney Plus. It's actually the same thing.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to,
No.
to not share an audience.
Yeah, and that's what we want to do. We want to share our audience. We want to be part of this Chicano stuff too, because we are Latin, and we want to let people know, hey, we do podcasts.
You know what? Most of my friends have a form of podcasting,
Uh-huh.
one way or another. I'm lucky enough to be a little bit more ahead on the numbers game on the podcasting. But all my friends have successful podcasts. You have your podcast. Fernando Sanchez has his podcast, and even Tony has his comedy and recovery podcast. Right?
Yeah.
I kind of suggested that you shouldn't call it calls it Camry.
Camry?
Exactly. You see, Camry or something like that.
Oh.
And I told him change it, and I'm like,
You want to get a catchy name where people remember it.
exactly. It's comedy and recovery podcast, right? Which is great, but Camry, it just doesn't sound well. And I kind of told him, look, this is the way it should be. I have some podcasting knowledge and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
because you have a great, your editing and advertising and all that stuff you do. I appraise you for that, because that is like a lot of work, and it's always so you want to watch it. Even though you're sitting there doing a little dance, you still want to sit and watch it.
you know what? I
Because
was
the way you bring it up to, like, you first start with your tacos and workouts, and then no, and then so you go, okay, I got to sit and watch what's going on.
yeah, I met somebody at a bar, and they were talking to me about that. And you know what? That's cool, man. When I meet now that I could actually go out and be around people,
Uh-huh.
people will stop me and they say like, hey, I know you, and they're like, where do I know you from? And sometimes people just straight up know who I am. And this one person said, they made those comments. He goes, I could tell that you put a lot of work into your podcast.
Oh yeah, you do a lot of work. It's a lot of work. That's why Glenn complains. Oh, it's so much work. You don't know how much work I have to do. You just set up the studio. Well, that's work too, setting up the studio. No,
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of work, because when I had my last podcast, I was the one that actually, we didn't have it on YouTube, but I was actually the one doing all the social media and stuff, and it was time consuming. So
And that's the life of the podcasters and whatnot.
yes.
All right, man. I think it's about that time for us to go get some lunch.
That's right. All the pigeons are coming out. Come here, pigeon.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us again
That's
in this
right.
Halloween episode. Hopefully, you enjoyed the conversation we
Yeah.
had about The Exorcist. And you know what? They have a new Exorcist movie, and we
That's
didn't
right.
mention it. Guys, let us know your comments on The Exorcist, the new one and the old one.
Yeah.
And
And there's some in between that we've never seen.
yeah, I think those were thrown away episodes,
Okay.
movies and whatnot. But hey, that's how it is. But that's all the time we have for today. Hey guys, join us next week for some more tacos and workouts and going nuts with Glenn and Gracie.
That's right. Adios, amigos, and happy Halloween.